All right, guys, welcome. I thought I would try something a little different tonight. I was thinking about trying to do a live stream during a live WWE program, and I thought my little experiment would start tonight with Raw. So here we go. Raw is starting now. All right. Let's see. Let me just get my stuff straightened out. So I'm going to do this one a little bit different. I'm going to try doing this live stream by myself with no one up here. Hopefully you all watch. Hopefully you enjoy it. And you can let me know what you think about it on Wednesday night. And if it's something you liked, maybe I will do it for at least NXT. Also, on Friday nights, I will have to see how that goes. All right. But here we are. Raw is starting. I hope you all can watch along. If you choose to, you are more than welcome. I welcome the comments or the whatever you see going on. Let me know. So right now we're showing a recap of Orton attacking McIntyre last week and holding up the title afterwards. They're going to be face to face tonight on Raw. Uh-oh, the lights just went out. Who is this? The lights come back on. They're not really saying what it was. Was it just an accident, or was that a prelude to something else that's going to happen tonight? I don't know. So now we have Apollo Crews coming out. He's back. He has his U.S. title back. If you remember, MVP claimed to be the self-proclaimed United States champion because Apollo could not defend the title. Well, Apollo is back, and he has his rightful title. I can't wait to see if MVP has the title that he had made and what will come out of that. But I'm thinking we are going to find out. The lights just went out again. And now the lights came back on. Apollo's still the only one in the ring. Really strange. So this is the second time the lights have come out. Up, and MVP is coming out. I'm pretty sure it's not MVP shutting off the lights, but you know, it's got to be, maybe it's something to do with Bray Wyatt, but Bray Wyatt's on SmackDown. What do you think? What do you guys think? Let me know. All right, so MVP's coming out, and he does indeed have the United States title he had made with him. He has his little 24/7 champion with him, and he's got Bobby Lashley with him. So we have the three of them, Shelton Benjamin, Bobby Lashley, and MVP, coming down to the ring. I am assuming it is MVP facing him. He seems to be the one that's getting into the ring. Is this going to be a winner take the title? Is it for the title? I will tell you in a minute. They really haven't said yet. All right. He's announcing MVP now. What do you guys think about MVP being back? I think he's kind of won out his career. I don't know if I'm for him returning. All right, so they are announcing that Apollo Crews is still the United States champion, which we knew. MVP is taking offense to that, claiming that he's the United States champion, which he is not. I am assuming that whoever is going to win And this is for the title. They're showing that now. So I'm assuming that whoever's going to win is going to take the new belt. And MVP is saying that he's the real United States champion. And Apollo Crews is doing the whole talk thing to him. We got Bobby Lashley in the background telling him he's going to put him into a full Nelson again. Shelton Benjamin's also on the ring side. We will have to see what's going to happen. Right now, MVP is just doing a lot of flack talking. No action has started yet. He's still flapping at the gums. And now he's going to put the mic down. The ref is finally going to start the match. And we will have to see if Bobby and Shelton get involved, which I'm sure they will because that's what they do. But I'm sure someone will come out and help. Up, the lights are starting to dim again. They're coming back up. All right, people. So this is going to be something big that's going to happen tonight with these little lights going out things. I'm curious to know, do you know what it is? I'm not 100% sure what it is yet. I can't really think of anything that's been going on that will lead up to lights going out. And we have MVP that has taken Apollo down to the ring. He's kind of got him in a headlock type of scissor hold. But Apollo elbows him in the face, and now he's on top of him, and he's just kind of banging on him, throwing the fist down. And now MVP's trying to put him in an armbar. Apollo flips him for a pin, but didn't get it. Does a nice little flip backwards. Hey, honey. Hello. I appreciate you jumping in and showing me a little bit of love. But so now they are going to lock up again. And Raven, how are ya? Nice, I got somebody watching it with me, Raven. All right, so MVP is kind of bopping off Apollo. He just threw him in the headbutt. There goes the lights again. They're not really saying what it is. I don't think they know what it is. But it seems to kind of be throwing MVP and Apollo Crews off their game. And so far, it's just kind of like a back and forth. They got MVP into the ropes by Apollo. Just gave him a big double hammer. And now he's going to do a flip. All right, and almost close pin attempt. Another one. Just keeps kind of trying to pin him. Putting some haymakers to MVP's head because MVP keeps kicking out. Now he got him in an armbar again, kind of like a shoulder lock. And that's about, he's just kind of holding him there. They're showing Lashley and Benjamin not really doing anything, but still at ringside. He's still holding. Hey, Dorito, what's up? Thanks, Dorito, for popping in. He still has MVP in the armbar. Now he's going to do a little twist. MVP's twisting it back. Big haymaker from MVP to Apollo Crews. Big kick to the face, and Apollo goes down. Flat on his face. So we got the big haymaker, and then we got the big boot to the face. He's picking Apollo back up. Apollo's coming back with some fists of his own to MVP's head, some elbows, forearms. He's going to send him into the ropes, and MVP holds on to the ropes. Lashley and Benjamin pull MVP out of the ring. Lights are still going down, and Apollo goes flying out of the ring, lands on all three of them, and now he's standing like the Incredible Hulk over MVP. And we have ourselves a commercial break. So what do you guys think the lights out thing means? Is somebody coming back tonight? maybe, nope, that's SmackDown. I was going to say maybe Braun Strowman's going to come back, but he's on SmackDown. No worries. Just wanted to come in and say hello. Nap time for the chip. And you rock, Doris. You too, Jimmy. Thank you so much, Dorito. Thank you. I appreciate the love and the support. I'm just trying something a little new tonight. But I appreciate the thumbs up and the love. Thank you very much. Raven, you got any ideas on what's going on with the lights? I really haven't seen much as far as anybody debuting. I've been expecting Adam Cole to debut on the main roster. He did lose his title a couple of weeks ago, but they haven't shown any indication of him going to be debuting. But I'm really not sure. And not only that, but would the lights really go out for Adam Cole? I'm not really sure. He's not really a mysterious type of phantom kind of character. He's not got that thing going on for him, but he's really the only one I've been expecting to debut. So I'm not really sure what the whole lights going down thing is. We will have to see. Just some more commercials. I'm anxious to see who wins the match between Apollo Crews and MVP. I'm sure if it was just one-on-one, Apollo Crews would have no problem. But as you heard, we do have Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin on the outside, and they have already kind of gotten in the match by pulling MVP out of the ring to prevent Apollo Crews from hitting him when he threw him off the rope. So I'm thinking if those two have anything to do with it, MVP may walk away with the title. But I am sure that Apollo Crews is going to have possibly Ricochet and Alexander come out and help him. Maybe even Ali come out and help him. Those three have kind of been in a little feud with MVP and Lashley. So they may be coming out to help him if Lashley and Benjamin get involved, but we will have to see. Soon, I think. We've had a few commercials. And yes. So now we have Apollo Crews down on one knee, and MVP kind of has him in kind of like a wrenched headlock. And he's kind of just wrenching on his neck. They're showing during the commercial break, Lashley did get involved by tripping Apollo Crews on ringside, which made him distracted him, made him fall. And this gave MVP the upper hand with the big boot. And that's how it got turned around. Hello, Mason. Thank you for coming. How are you? Welcome. And we got the ref threatening Lashley, and of course Lashley's, I'm not doing anything. So we have the two of them in the center of the ring kind of throwing fists, and MVP just gave a big double hammer and flipped Apollo Crews down. He's trying for the pins, but Apollo keeps turning and kicking out. And this is he's kind of giving him elbows to the back of the head. Yes, Raven, I did catch that. I am kind of excited for this Friday to see what comes out of that. We got MVP giving some uppercuts to Apollo Crews, trying for the pin again, and with no success. Apparently tonight there's going to be a triple threat match for the 24/7 championship with R-Truth, Akira Tozawa, and Shelton Benjamin. So that ought to be interesting. Yeah, I really wasn't expecting The Fiend to do that, Raven, but I see it. I know a lot of people, including myself, kind of had a inkling. We got MVP with Apollo in the ropes, and he kind of yanked on his neck, but now is let go because of the 5 count. We were kind of expecting Alexa Bliss to be Sister Abigail because of the match that he had with Braun Strowman where she appeared. I'm wondering if this is how they explain how she becomes Sister Abigail. And we got another close pin, MVP with Apollo. The lights are still going down. MVP's looking around and saying, what is this? But so far, no one has an answer for us on what the whole thing with the lights is. I am wondering, Raven, what is going to happen on SmackDown. We have MVP just throwing some haymakers on Apollo, and he's throwing him back into the other corner. Mason, I don't think I've met you before. Welcome to the channel. And this is something a little new I'm trying. It's a little experiment. Usually I just do videos. And we have Apollo Crews do a high fly off of the rope and hitting MVP. He's doing the shoulders into the midsection in the corner now. And he's running and does a dive onto MVP. Slam and 1, 2. Oh, no, kick out. That was a close one. Close one. So, Mason, welcome to the show. Let me know what you think of this little show. And I haven't decided. I was thinking about it and decided to do an experiment tonight. Flip MVP, but was not able to. MVP flipped Apollo. Apollo gets mad, and now we have a slam bomb. 3, and Apollo Crews just won the match. So Apollo Crews is your one and only United States champion. And here comes Bobby Lashley trying to attack him with the full Nelson. Apollo escapes and slides out of the ring. So no harm, no foul. Apollo gets both belts, the one MVP had made and his original belt. And they are the 3 of them, Benjamin, Lashley, and MVP, are in the ring just kind of staring, grimacing at him, pissed off that he was able to get the win, but Apollo gets the win. Apollo is your United States champion. So, Mason, again, welcome to the show. Let me know what you think, and I appreciate the support. They're just showing some replays of the match. Hopefully everyone enjoys this. If not, I understand it's not for everybody. And like I said, it's kind of an experiment. They have Apollo Crews being interviewed in the back, and he's saying how he is the United States champion. And he's talking about Bobby Lashley putting him out with the full Nelson a couple of weeks ago. But he's saying how he overcome his injury. And he's saying how he's going to go home and tell his kids that their daddy is the United States champion still. Never lost the title, but now he's proven to MVP and everyone else that he is better than MVP by beating MVP in the ring. And now he's got this beautiful title. And now he's got MVPs. Hello, Dreams. How are ya? Welcome, welcome. MVP's got the mic now. And he's yelling at the commentators at ringside. Saying how they should all be ashamed of themselves because he lost the match. Hi, Mason. Dreams, this is Mason, new to the channel, I believe. And MVP still has the mic and is talking crap about Apollo. And he's talking about Bobby Lashley and how he took Apollo out. And how Apollo stole his United States champion. Ron, what's up? What's up? Welcome, welcome. MVP's challenging Apollo to a rematch. We got Shelton whispering in his ear. And he just said that he wants the rematch at SummerSlam. So if Apollo accepts, it will be MVP versus Apollo at SummerSlam for the United States title. Now we go to Bayley and Sasha. As you know, Sasha is the Raw Women's Champion. Bayley is the SmackDown Champion. And they are the co-holders of the Tag Team Champions. We have a very large man at the back door of Raw, looking like he's trying to prevent someone from coming into the building. There's no one there, but that looks like what his role in that is. And now we have another commercial. I would like to welcome everybody to the show that I have not welcomed yet. I am trying something a little new, watching Raw, doing a little commentary live. We have Raven, who's also watching it at his home, helping me with commentary. As you see earlier, he put the lights go down. The lights have been going down all through the show. Hasn't been on long, but so I hope you all enjoy it. I welcome your comments. Dreams got it on there too. Here we are, all watching Raw. Cool beans, cool beans. And I think I'm at my DVR might have froze, but here it comes. It's resetting itself. It was on a commercial anyway, so. But yes, welcome everyone. Let me know what you think of it. If this is something you like, I will certainly try. I don't know if I will be able to do all 3 shows, but I said earlier that if it's good and you like it, I will do Raw. I will do NXT. Yes, Dreams. That's one of the reasons I like to record it, so I can fast forward through the commercials, because I usually watch it the next day, or I start watching it about an hour into the show with enough room for me to fast forward the commercials. But like I said, this was something that I kind of have been playing with, an idea, and thought I would give it a try tonight. Mondays are sometimes a little bit slow, so I thought what a perfect day to do it. This time of night, a lot of people work, so. But like I said, if it's something that people like, I will be more than happy to try to do it 3 times, but I don't know if I will be able to. As you know, I do work, but I will be able to do the NXT live stream, and I will do the Raw live stream, and we will have to play it by ear for SmackDown. If I do not do a SmackDown live stream, I will still do a video of SmackDown for a recap. Yes, as Raven said, the man watching the Raw door. And now we are interviewing Bayley and Sasha with their titles. And now Bayley's saying how they have all the gold. Looks like Sasha may have cut her hair, unless it's just the angle it's in. The front part seems a little bit shorter. And now they're saying how the interview is boring. No justice. They don't get appreciated for what they've accomplished. They have something special for us. They are rolling a video. It looks like when they won their belts. And Sasha winning her belt last week. They are showing how Kairi Sane chased Bayley out to the back. And that was how Bayley ended up distracting Asuka in the long run by attacking Kairi Sane. Roll that beautiful beam footage, Dreams. Yes, Raven, there is someone watching. I'm not sure if it's the manager room. It looked like it was outside. It was pretty dark. It looked like it might have been the backstage door where the wrestlers would enter. It could have been the manager's room, but it looked pretty dark. It did not look like he was inside a building. It looked like he was standing on the outside. But you could be right. It could be the manager room, but I think it might have been an exterior door that he was standing outside of. So we're still showing the little appreciative video of Sasha and Bayley winning their titles. Up, and we got Asuka flipping out, interrupting their video, and she's going crazy. And she's talking about Bayley. They're very upset that Asuka interrupted the video. They're flipping out on the poor interview woman. And here comes Baszler. So it looks like Baszler may end up challenging Sasha. I don't know yet. Oh, did you just see that? She just sucker punched Sasha and knocked that bitch out. She knocked that bitch out. And Bayley did absolutely nothing about it but stare at, hello, Miss Donna, how are you? Now we have Kevin Owens in the back, and he's got the Iconics coming over to him. They're kind of just gibbering back and forth. Kevin's telling them that he has plans tonight. Up. And it looks like my stream might have froze again. But it's coming back. We got Kevin Owens coming down to the ring. It is going to be the Kevin Owens show. Yeah, I know, Donna. I saw that. All right, and now we are on a commercial break again. Like you said, dreams, damn commercials. I hope you feel better, Donna. All right, so anybody come up with any ideas on the lights going out? Anybody? Anybody? Yes, Monday Night Raw, Donna. Trying something a little different. Now they're going to show a McDonald's commercial. It make me hungry. Anybody ideas about the lights going out? Who do you think it is? Is it Legend returning? Well, not really a legend, but somebody coming back that hasn't been on for a while. I don't know if the lights going down are part of that. It's going to be something that's going to happen. That's all right, Donna. Yeah, Donna, the lights on the show are going down. And I don't think it's a storm. I think it's part of the show. Someone's probably going to come in towards the end of the show and attack somebody or something like that. Maybe The Undertaker, but The Undertaker officially retired. He announced his retirement. So that's the only thing that pushes me away from The Undertaker. I have heard that there was supposed to be a new Kane. So maybe maybe it has something to do with the new Kane returning. Yes, Donna, that's what I think. I think it's something that's going to happen tonight, having to do with the lights going out. Like I said, there's rumors about a new Kane with a new mask, and it's not the Kane that we all know. It's supposed to be somebody different. It's supposed to be like a Kane 2.0 or something like that. So maybe that's what it's going to be. It could be, like I said, it could be Adam Cole coming to the upper roster. Not really sure. We will have, maybe it's Ronda Rousey returning, but I don't know why she would put the lights out. There's only a few people that the lights would go out for. You got to remember that. Be The Undertaker, Kane. Hello, Anthony. Welcome, welcome. So now we are back on the show. Kevin Owens is in the ring for the KO show. He's welcoming us to the show. He just announced the return of Shane McMahon. Does that have to do anything with the lights? His mic is messing up now. And here comes Ruby Riott. Ruby Riott is his guest on the KO show. Is that why the Iconics were talking to Kevin? Because they knew that Ruby Riott was going to be his guest? All right. So let's see what this is about. She's just a little touched, Donna. Dreams, I'm sorry. She's talking about her luck. And her feud with the Iconics. It's a possibility, Donna. It could be a new wrestler. Could be the return of Liv Morgan. We know that she kind of almost was angled toward a supernatural thing before she left. Everybody was associating her with Sister Abigail. And speaking of, I did not know this was going to happen, but Kevin Owens just said that Liv Morgan was going to come out. Swear to God, I didn't know she was going to be on the show, but here she is. She is Kevin Owens' co-guest, Liv Morgan. As you know, her and Ruby were the best of friends before Ruby got hurt. Ruby came back, attacked Liv Morgan, and they had a couple of matches. I believe Ruby Riott and ended up letting the Iconics hurt Liv Morgan. But now Ruby Riott seems like she wants to apologize. Not sure if Liv is going to accept her apology. Kevin's mic is messing up again. He's trying to get Liv and Ruby back together, it looks like. Ruby looks like she wants to cry. And he says that the two of them bring the best out in each other. Talking about how he has history of that. Now Liv looks like she wants to cry. Are we going to see a makeup, people? Are we going to see them hug and take on the Iconics at SummerSlam? That's what I'm assuming, that Liv and Ruby will take on the Iconics at SummerSlam. The crowd is chanting, hug it out. Ruby is talking about when she came back, how everything was different. She expected it to be the same. And she was afraid that Liv, who had come into her own, was going to leave her. And how she was able to beat Ruby twice. And Sarah was gone when she came back. And how she took that out on Liv because she wasn't ready for the changes that happened when she was out. She's talking about the tattoo that they have that match. It's their debut date. Ruby has it on her leg. Liv has it on her neck. Liv is kind of crying a little bit. Ruby says she wants the Riot Squad to be stronger than it's ever been. And out comes the Iconics. Are they going to pair up to take on the Iconics? I think they are. Like I said, I think this will be a match at SummerSlam. And of course, the Iconics are going to talk about how disgusting this is. It's making them sick. No one cares. And how Liv should have stayed in the bathtub. Don't know if you people saw those photos of her in the bathtub, but they're talking about how emotional this is. And I froze in. So what do you think, people? Do you think it's going to end up being a match at SummerSlam? I think it will be. Now the Iconics mics are messing up, apparently. So the lights, the mics, all electrical. Could have something to do with Shane McMahon, or it could be something a little more ghostly or supernatural, like a return of Kane, or like Raven said, a return of The Undertaker. Liv is saying they're right. They're not friends like the Iconics are. And she says the one thing that they will agree on is that no one starts a riot like they do. Kevin Owens. He's telling them that Liv has made herself clear. She wants the Iconics to leave. Uh-oh. The Iconics have just challenged them to a match. Kevin Owens is asking for more technical difficulties with the mics, and he gets slapped. Gary Scandal! Yes, sir, I'm trying it. See what happens. See if people like it. A few people have it playing at their house. And the Riot Squad has just attacked the Iconics. Yes, Gary, I thought I've been playing with this idea for a couple of weeks, and I decided to try a little experiment tonight and see how it goes. If it's something people like, I will do it for sure on Mondays and Wednesdays, and try to see if I can do it on Fridays. I have a little project with Lisa from the Roundtable, but we usually start that live stream about 11 o'clock my time. SmackDown gets done at 10 o'clock my time, so I may have a little bit of leeway there. So I will discuss it with Lisa this week and see what she thinks, and we will see what happens. Fridays, we may end up playing it by ear, but hopefully someone gives somebody a DDT, because that's what Gary wants. Gary wants to see a DDT or an RKO. Randy Orton did deliver a RKO to what's his face? Why can I never remember this man's name? And I love him to death. Drew McIntyre. Yes, Randy Orton delivered a sharpshooter. I was going to say sharpshooter. I really was. He delivered a RKO to Drew McIntyre last Monday at the end of Raw, because he is challenging Drew McIntyre at SummerSlam for Drew McIntyre's title. We are on a commercial break, and Joseph Grohl has joined us. Oh my dear God. You want Monica and Lisa to wrestle when me and Jimmy wrestle. I can talk to Lisa about that. I don't know how in the two of them will be, but we can see. Uh-oh, Joe, you're just going to have to check your bell. Make sure your bell is rung, or I'll ring it for you, Joe. Just kidding. So, Joe, as I told Gary, this is just a little experiment I'm doing. I am doing a live stream during Raw. Few people have Raw on at their homes. And if it's something that people like, I will continue to do it. And we will see how it happens. All right, I want to see Jimmy give you a frog splash. That would be pretty funny. So we do have this man outside of the door again. It says Raw, and I'm not really sure what it says underneath it. It is the inside of the building. So Raven could be correct. It could be a manager. Oh, that is probably Shane McMahon. It's Squirrel. Look, Squirrel. That door is just dawned on me. That is probably Shane McMahon's dressing room. And now we have the tag team match between the Riot Squad and the Iconics. I can never remember who is who on the Iconics. I just know I like the light-haired one better. I think she's cuter. I'm sure men agree with me. So, Squirrel, what's up? Doing a little commentary on Raw. Some people have it playing at home. Yes, the Riot Squad, well, Liv and Ruby Riot have gotten together for this tag team match with the Iconics. They've talked about the Riot Squad reuniting. It's not official, but I'm sure after tonight it will be. I'm expecting there to be a match at SummerSlam between the Riot Squad and the Iconics. Samuel Ingram, welcome. I appreciate you stopping by, and I fully agree. Eddie and Gory Guerrero were great wrestlers, and WWE does need more technical wrestlers like they were. Squirrel, I have to agree. Ruby Riot with her green hair and all, the punk look. Ben Olden, where were you last week, Ben? We are doing a Monday Night Raw live show. We are watching Monday Night Raw. I'm doing a little commentary. And right now we have Liv Morgan just pinned the black-haired Iconic. And now we have the Iconics attacking Liv. They're going to do their up. And here comes Ruby Riott for the save. Oh. Oh. And Ruby Riott just kicked. Billie Kay is the black-haired one. She saved Liv. Liv is getting up, and they are going to do their finisher. Up and down goes Billie Kay. With the Riott Squad at hand. So that is a win for the Riott Squad with Liv Morgan pinning Billie Kay. Liv is holding the rope open for Ruby. So now we have Ruby and Liv successful in a tag team match. Like I said, I think this is going to end up being up. Gary, they're showing your RKO DDT from last week. McIntyre and Orton are going to be face to face. Nice, Ben. So you can watch it with us. Feel free to comment anything that I miss. And we are in a commercial for NXT, talking about some things that are going to happen on NXT this weekend or this Wednesday. Like I said, if this is a success, I will do the NXT live stream on Wednesday. This is kind of something new for me. It's an experiment. I don't know if I will continue to be able to talk for 3 hours. Oh, Ben, I'm so sorry. How are you feeling? Are you okay? Donna, I did hear about that. I am incredibly sorry. For those of you that know Mama Redneck, Susan, she had a stroke today and is in the hospital. So your prayers are appreciated. And Doris, I got to close the next 2 weeks. I won't be around Wednesday, but gold news, I got 40 hours now. Cool beans, Joseph. I understand, as I always say, life comes before YouTube. I will never hold a grudge against someone that cannot make my live streams or my videos, because I know, like me, people work, people have lives. So yeah, that's cool, Joseph. Maybe you'll be able to make, if this continues, my Monday night streams. Like I said, I don't know if I will do a Friday night stream. It all depends on how things go with Lisa. I'm okay, but my brother gave it to me. He collapsed today in my kitchen, and I'm currently in the hospital with him. I'm not sure what happened, but he's on a machine, and I can't hold back the tears. Oh, Ben, I'm sorry. So I would appreciate prayers for Ben's brother, who is also in the hospital. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the prayers. Ben, if there's anything we can do, please reach out. I know you're in Scotland, so there's a limited things that we can do for you, but at least we can pray for his speedy recovery and for your health as well. Dave Larson, welcome. So Dave, what I'm doing, it's a little experiment I'm doing tonight just to see how people like it. If people like it, then I will continue to do it on at least Mondays and Wednesdays. I'm not too sure about Fridays. Fridays, I will have to play it by ear. And right now we're in a commercial, but we have been sending prayers to Ben our friend Ben, who joins us every Wednesday, and to Susan Redneck for their recoveries. We got a full house. Everyone has or almost everyone has Raw on playing at home and are watching along. So if you catch me missing something, feel without losing my voice and without boring you. So thank you very much, Ben. We love you too. Came to a curious channel. Yes, Doris and her Wrestling Fanatics Corner. I love the fact that you came and checked it out and that you enjoyed it and stayed and you fit right in with us misfits. Thank you, Donna. I appreciate that. Fortunately, there was no one around that got hurt. They're talking about the power and the audio along with this. Is blaming his loss. That could be dreams. That could be. Screw Jimmy's PayPal. Gary, Jimmy dropped my PayPal link. If you would like to drop Jimmy's PayPal link, go right ahead. I don't know if Jimmy can figure out how to get my PayPal link or if he's I suppose Jimmy's PayPal link is my PayPal link, although we do have separate ones, but it's the thought that counts, Gary. All right, so Drew McIntyre is coming out. Gary, this may be your DDT that you've been looking for. We got Randy Orton that's going to be face to face with Drew McIntyre. Thank you, Gary. I will have to make sure that Jimmy knows any money he gets tonight is my money. I'm joking, of course. All right, so they're playing another replay of Randy Orton RKOing Drew McIntyre. Yes, that was definitely a moment when me and Gene announced CM Punk in Chicago in the house with Wild. Drew is talking about Randy Orton. Brother, who both Ben's brother is in the hospital, but hopefully it will. Has had a baby girl. They were born one day apart. Drew McIntyre saying how Randy Orton will never RKO him again. We will have to see. He's talking about how similar Drew is to Randy. Don't mind me, I'm watching Thomas over my computer monitor, walking on furniture. All right. Only one of them, I think, dreams. I believe, although I could be wrong. I know Nikki had a boy. Bree may have also had a boy. So we have Drew McIntyre talking about him and Randy Orton and their match. All right. So yes, Bree and Nikki both had boys. Bree had hers on Saturday. Nikki had hers on Sunday, I believe. No, Jimmy is not wrestling tonight. Jimmy is actually watching my dinner. And yeah, because when I told him about this, he was like, how are you going to do a live stream and finish dinner at the same time? Because smart me started dinner right before wrestling started. So I said, well, guess what? Drew McIntyre is talking about Randy Orton's father and how his career was handed to him, and Drew had to work for it. Yes, Mean Gene and Randy Orton were definitely a pair when they got together for the interviews. Drew McIntyre is talking about Randy Orton's history and saying how Randy Orton should have been fired way more times than Drew should have been fired and deserved to be fired more than Drew deserved to be. And this brings out Randy Orton, who I believe has Ric Flair behind him. I thought I got a glimpse of Ric Flair. I'm waiting for them to span out. So, yep, and there is Ric Flair looking like a 75-year-old pimp with gold chains on. I'm sorry for you, Ric. Answering Drew saying how can Drew say that Randy don't want to be here? It was handed to him. He's here because he fights each and every week. That was my favorite John Wayne movie, Gary. So Randy's saying how when he beats Drew, it's going to make it that much more sweet. Randy's saying that Drew's right. He should have been fired years ago. He's saying how he's been given chance after chance. He says that he was given those chances because he and Drew, not Drew, is the chosen one. Randy's talking about Drew quoting legends. That's the difference between him and Drew. Randy is original. Drew lays his belt down in the ring and is back to talking. Drew says Randy represents everything that's wrong with the WWE. Of course, you liked Kitty from Gunsmoke, Joseph. Drew is still yapping away about Randy being everything wrong. So Drew is asking about why Randy doesn't pass his knowledge on. Didn't he get knowledge passed on to him from Legends? Gary, I'm not sure. I know he was sitting at the hospital with his brother, so he may be slightly distracted right now. I'm not really sure what's going on with Ben. I know he said that he was watching it, but he was at the hospital with his brother. Drew is saying that Randy is a selfish prick who is demanding respect. DBag0584, welcome to the show. I agree, Randy Orton is psychotic at times. And they are done talking. Drew McIntyre's music hits. Drew is still in the ring. Randy is still on the stage with Ric Flair. Gary, I'm sorry, there is no DDT RKO for you. Maybe later, if we end up seeing Drew McIntyre wrestle, I don't know if he's supposed to wrestle. We have the official who was attacked last week talking to the Godzilla of a woman, Nia Jax. I'm assuming it has something to do with her attacking him. Yes, Randy Orton was always selfish on TV. We can only hope that he's not like that in real life. All right, Ron, thank you for stopping in. Have a good night at work. Drive those trains. And I will talk to you later. I appreciate you popping in before work. And we are back to a commercial. DBag0584, you are another new one to the stream. Welcome. This is something new I am trying tonight. It's a little experiment. Normally I just do videos and one live stream during the week. I thought I would do a live stream during a show and see how it goes. Let me know what you think. Either after the stream, put a comment in, or even comment during the stream. Let me know how it's going, what you think of it. If it's something that you guys enjoy, I will do it more often. I will try to do it for each show. Not sure if I will be able to. I do have a job, but we will see how that goes. And for whatever streams I do not do during shows, I will do a video for. But all right. So we are back on a commercial. And yeah. So anybody have any other thoughts about the lights going down and the mic problems, the paranormal things of the truck crate things falling? We've had a couple of ideas. One is the new Kane returning. One is Shane McMahon, who has been announced to be on the show, is causing it. Another is the return of The Undertaker. Aleister Black. It could be the return of Aleister Black. Speaking of Aleister Black, it could be Seth Rollins. He's got his whole Mystic Monday Night Raw Messiah going on. I know there were rumors of a new Kane debuting soon, or there was talk of it. Not really sure if that came to light or not. Jimmy Gary is sharing your PayPal. So if you get any money tonight, it's mine. It could be CM Punk dreams. True. Now we have Ric Flair in the back talking to Kevin Owens. Are you sure it was number 1 and not number 2, Joseph? No, I'm only kidding. I don't really want to know. So we got Ric Flair talking to Kevin Owens. And I'm not really sure what this is about, but I do. Does anybody agree with me that Ric Flair right now is looking like a 76-year-old pimp? He's got the gray suit with the lavender shirt, little lavender handkerchief sticking out, the gold chains. That's right, Joseph. You tell him. Joseph is my police force tonight. He's enforcing. When go back in the living room later, I have to watch the rest of wrestling with my family. All right. Sounds good, Squirrel. Let them know that we are watching, and there will be a test afterwards. No, not really, but I hope you enjoy your night, Squirrel. Thank you for stopping in. All right, so we still have Ric Flair talking to Kevin Owens. Oh, the wrestling, the movie. Oh, I get it. You will have to watch the rest of wrestling later. You have to go watch a movie with your family. Okay. Oh, Wrestling with My Family, the movie. Oh, okay. Sorry, Squirrel. I'm a little off tonight. Oh, I forgot about that, Squirrel. Let me know how that movie is. I've been wanting to watch it, and I've yet to watch it. All right, so now we have Nia Jax in the ring with the official that her and Shayna Baszler attacked last week. She has a mic in her hand. And she says that she's come out here to own up with what she's done. and they are showing a clip from last week of when her and Shayna were attacking the officials and the security guards. I don't know why she's leaving or when she's going to go. I guess she's got her reasons, but I just don't know because for 24 years I've been living next door to Doris. All right, Ben. Yeah. Oh. Nia Jax is talking about little girls and idolizing her. And apparently she was supposed to apologize, but now she's talking about when a little scrawny man steps to me, and she's now looking back at him and saying how, oh, you're still there. I couldn't even see you there because he's so scrawny, apparently. Oh, she's challenging the official to a match to prove that she's wrong. Okay. So yes, Nia Jax is challenging the official she attacked last week to a match because he's a scrawny little man. And we all know that Nia Jax is anything but scrawny. She says that she's going to start off real slow so his little legs can keep up. Now she's asking him if he's scared. Yes, Squirrel. She is the female rhino and she does hurt people. And now she's handing him the mic saying, say what you have to say. Uh-oh. He's going to say the words. Ooh. Nia Jax is indefinitely suspended for putting her hands on a WWE official. Hello, beautiful Lisa. Welcome, welcome. And now she's like all upset, and now she's pulling his jacket down. She just headbutted him and knocked his ass out. Yeah, Gary, mine keeps going out too. I don't know if it's because I have it on my TV. I'm streaming it so I can watch it while I'm on the computer. So I don't know if it's that or if it's the actual footage. She is now kicking the man, and she kicked him out of the ring. So apparently Nia Jax is out of the championship picture because she has just been indefinitely suspended, which is probably reinforced by her kicking the official again. Oh, okay. I do apologize that it is me. And Nia Jax is on the way out. Yes, beautiful Lisa has joined the stream. Yeah, Joseph, I'm kind of on the line with Nia Jax. All right, so apparently now it's time for the 24/7 championship. Somehow R-Truth now has the title and is being chased by the ninjas and Benjamin Shelton, or Shelton Benjamin. So, Lisa, we talked a few weeks back of me and Jimmy doing a and a few other people would like to see me beat up Jimmy. So we were actually entertaining this idea and talking about a fundraiser. And tonight, Gary has decided that it would be pretty cool if you and Monica wrestled for the undercard. I told him that I wasn't sure how the two of you would feel about that, but I could definitely talk to you because I actually talked to you. I don't know. I don't know, Lisa. I don't know why he thinks that you would fight Monica. It's for maybe it's for the good to raise money. Maybe. Yes, Raven. R-Truth has the 24/7 title. I'm not really sure how he got it. They didn't show it. They showed him losing it last week, and there was supposed to be a triple threat match. So I'm not sure if he stole it from Shelton Benjamin or if he pinned Shelton Benjamin somewhere in the back and they didn't show it on TV. I just don't know what's going on with the 24/7 championship. Gary is offering you money, Lisa, and you get to have a match with Monica. Gary, Lisa is a fighter, not a lover. Lover, not a fighter, Sister Donna says. Jimmy says, I thought Lisa could find someone more deserving of a match. Squirrel, I'm throwing my name in. I know for the tag team championship match, just need a partner. Woo! Donna making a triple threat match, says Gary. Declan Garside, welcome. Welcome to my crazy show. I am doing a live stream and we are making matches up in chat of our subscribers and the people that are here. Welcome to the craziness. We are misfits, but you are welcome. Hopefully you have a good time and you return. So now is the 24/7 championship. Squirrel, Joseph had you paired with someone. Squirrel says, who? And Gary says, Donna, even better. I'm assuming he means the triple threat match. Lisa says, why can't I try and get Lauren involved and I fight her? If you would rather do that, Lisa, you're more than welcome to do that. And Squirrel says, Joseph is deciding him a partner. F that. Lisa, nope, the card is already filled out. Gary, when were you made the booker? I don't remember you being made a booker. I think Tony was the booker. Wasn't Squirrel the booker? So we start the triple threat match for the 24/7 title. Dreams, you're probably better off that way. So we have Shelton Benjamin and R-Truth in the ring. I'm not really sure what happened to Tazera because here he comes, coming up behind to Shelton Benjamin, trying to pin him. Shelton kicks out, and Akira Tozawa is doing his whole feel the power thing, and he just tried to kick Shelton Benjamin with his hits, and his kicks don't be seeming to be felt by Shelton Benjamin, and Shelton Benjamin power bombs Akira Tozawa. And the other ninjas are just watching. Now he's going back to R-Truth. We have R-Truth coming back with some hits to Shelton Benjamin. and a kick to the gut. And now he's going to go for his finisher, but he misses. Shelton Benjamin grabs him by the head and slams his face into the ring. I'm not even really sure what that was called. We have a ninja coming in, flying, doing flips, and trying to take Shelton Benjamin on. Shelton Benjamin gives him one kick and knocks him down. Out the ring he goes. And Bobby Lashley taking out the other ninjas with ease. Into the barricades they go. Lashley has one of them in a full Nelson. Akira Tozawa just won the 24/7 championship title by pinning R-Truth. Yes, I said that right. Akira Tozawa is now our 24/7 champion. And Shelton Benjamin can't believe it. And so Jimmy Twin is going to kick your ass. We're going to see David and Goliath in the ring ×2. Because when I'm done with you, Twin is going to get in the ring with you and kick your ass. And Tony, we will get Muggsy. Muggsy's Jimmy's manager for our match. And we have Shane McMahon in some Raw underground thing with people fighting. Not really sure what's going on with that. It's Raw Underground at 10 p.m. I'm not sure if that's a new show. Yes, Declan, I agree. I think there should be some sort of higher up that does not allow managers and friends to get involved. Yeah, thank you, Jimmy. Yes, that's normally how I do it, Declan. This week I decided to try something a little different and try to do a live stream during a show. And if it is a popular turnout or people like it, I may try to do it weekly. I don't know if I will be able to do all of the live shows, but I will keep my live stream on Wednesdays. And if tonight goes well on Wednesday, I will do NXT in the background and maybe have some people up on panel. I know Joseph watches NXT. He unfortunately will not be attending my Wednesday nights until later because he is working at night on Wednesdays now. It used to be his day off, but we are on a commercial break. Classy Freddie Blassie was a good manager. I don't know about the best manager, but we may have a difference of opinion there, Gary. Yes, Joseph normally watches NXT during my live streams and lets us know how all right, Declan. Well, I thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you popping in. I hope to see you back. On Wednesdays, I will definitely be live, whether or not it is watching NXT or a regular live stream. I will let you know. Bobby Heenan was definitely one of my favorite managers. He was a weasel. He was the brain at times. He was the weasel at times. You loved him. You hated him. You loved to hate him. The Grand Wizard was good. One of my favorites was Captain Lou Albano, is close to my heart. And another one was freaking what's his face? He had the LOD. Um, Paul. What was his name, people? He managed the LOD. He managed AOP. Paul Ellering. Thank you, DBag0584. I knew somebody would know who I was talking about. Thank you, Joseph. Thank you. All right, so we're still ending our commercial break here. And we are at the announcers. They are talking about Seth Rollins and what happened with Dominic and Aleister Black. Jimmy Hart and Jim Cornette were great also. Yes, they were. Jimmy Hart definitely took a lot of beatings during his career. He was not afraid to take a bump. Same with Jim Cornette. Cornette with the racket was funny. Yes, he was. Yes, Bobby was a WCW commentator at the end of his career, Raven, but he was a manager for WWF and WWE for most of his career. He was also a wrestler in the beginning of his career. So Bobby Heenan pretty much did everything there was to do in wrestling other than doing ring announcer. He may have been a special guest ring announcer once or twice, but managing and commentating, I think, were the majority of his career. Now we have Sarah interviewing Dominic in the back. She's asking Dominic why he is still coming here, even though his father is out on medical. Saying how watching his father get blinded is the reason. Ooh, Dominic just challenged Seth Rollins to a match at SummerSlam. So we will have to see where that goes. We have Shayna Baszler coming out to the ring now. She's dressed to wrestle. Not really. I'm assuming she may be wrestling Sasha Banks. I'm not really sure. The one problem with Tony Atlas, Joseph, is I don't think he was really used to his potential. He was really strong, man. And he was one of the first, or he was the first tag team that were African American, along with The Rock's father, Johnson. All right, so they are showing a clip of Shayna Baszler knocking Sasha Banks the hell out. So we will have to see if it is truly boss time, Joseph. And it looks like it is truly boss time. And Sasha is coming out to face Shayna. Sorry. I got Sasha, I got Shayna. So we will have to see how this match goes. Not really sure if this is for a title. I highly doubt it. This will probably lead to a match with Shayna and possibly Sasha at SummerSlam I highly doubt that tonight is for the belt because Sasha does not seem to be the type to me that will put her title on the line the week after she wins it. Ray's son is going to challenge Seth Rollins to a match at SummerSlam. Yes, that is what he is planning on doing, Raven. All right, so Sasha and Shayna in a match with Bayley at ringside. I'm guessing she's going to stay there. We have Sasha holding up the title, but I do not believe, nope, she's not giving it to the ref, so it is not a title match. But this may lead to a title match if Shayna is able to beat Sasha. That may make her number one contender. Oh, and she just pie-faced Shayna Baszler. She just slapped Shayna Baszler, and Shayna is laughing at her. She went to punch Shayna, and Shayna basically just threw her down on her face. And once again, threw her down on her face. She now has Sasha wrapped up a little bit. Thank you, Joseph. I appreciate it. Now we have her doing a sunset flip. She just kicked Sasha in the back and is pie facing her. Sasha is getting up. And we have Sasha talking crap. Oh, and Shayna just swept Sasha's feet right out from under her. If you ask my opinion, Sasha is no match for Shayna. But we will have to see with Bayley at ringside. And Shayna has tried a pin on Sasha that didn't work. Not going to go off well. She tried to and Shayna just into a armbar. Sasha's in trouble. Sasha is in trouble, but Joseph, and she rolls to the rope, grabs the rope. Lucky for her. And she ended up breaking the submission hold by grabbing the rope. Joseph, if you would like to go see your friend, that is fine with me. He did stop in here earlier. All right, so we have Sasha, who got the upper hand on Shayna. And now she goes for a pin, but Shayna kicks out. And Shayna seems to be having a problem with her right arm. I believe Sasha tied it in the ropes when she went to go grab Sasha. She's got it wrapped in the ropes again. Let's go at the 5 count. And we have Shayna trying to get feeling back in it, but Sasha is not letting up. She is now trying to tie up Shayna's arm. And Shayna is letting the ref know that she is not giving up. As much as she's crying in pain, she is not going to let Sasha tap her out. I don't see Shayna tapping out to many people. She's now hitting Sasha in the gut, putting the shoulder in the midsection in the corner. She's doing some gut shots on Sasha. And now Sasha's got her by the head, and she puts her into the ring post, the belt buckle. We have Sasha on the second rope. Shayna is in the middle of the ring. Sasha goes for and Shayna kind of caught her, rolled her up, and just slammed her down. Sasha is writhing in pain. And that was kind of like a backbreaker on the knee that Shayna did to Sasha. And Sasha is feeling it. And she just put her in a Kelowna lock. Oh, kick to the back. Oh, she's going to do the elbow thing with Sasha. Joseph. Oh, Sasha got out of it. Sasha kind of has the bank statement on, but not really. Shayna is powering out. Sasha can't seem to get her fingers back together. Shayna is obviously more powerful. And and Sasha took Baszler down. Oh, knee. Oh, and she just kicked Sasha Banks right in the face and falls to the mat. We got both down. Out comes Asuka to attack. I don't understand. The ref just ended the match. Not really sure why he ended the match, because Asuka attacked Bayley. She did not touch either competitor in the ring. Not really sure what happened there, but the bell did ring and the ref did end the match. Asuka did only attack Bayley. She did not touch Sasha. She did not touch Shayna. So I'm not really sure why the match would end on that. It seemed like it was some type of disqualification, but they didn't really say what it was. The ref just called for the bell. They did not show if someone pinned someone, if someone tapped out. We were on Asuka. I'm assuming that's why the match ended, because of Asuka. But like I said, I'm not really sure why the ref would end the match, because Asuka did not interfere in the match. She attacked Bayley, who is not a competitor, and in my opinion should not have been at ringside to begin with. She's not a manager. And we are on a commercial break. So we really haven't had any problems with the power for a little bit. I'm not really sure what that means. Does it have something to do with the underground thing that Shane McMahon came on and talked about? That is supposed to be at 10 o'clock. I'm not sure if Raw is going to end at that point and this Raw Underground is going to start. Hadn't really heard anything about this Raw Underground. Has anyone else heard of anything about it? Is it a part of Raw? Is it a different show entirely? Is it on the network? Is it on USA? Why would they have it on at the same time as Raw? Not really sure. We will have to find out. Like I said, they said that was at 10 o'clock and it's 9:43 now. So we will have to see what that entails. Pretty sure he said tonight at 10. I could be wrong. Yeah, Raven, I hadn't really heard anything about it. It's kind of a surprise to me. I'm not sure if that's what the whole lights out thing, if that has something to do with it, because it's underground. I'm not really sure. Like I said, I hadn't really heard anything about it. There were no announcements of it. We are on a commercial, but when we come back, hopefully we'll find out what happened with the Shayna Baszler and Sasha Banks match. Like I said, it seemed like it was ended because of Asuka attacking Bayley, but I'm not really sure why the match would end. Asuka did not attack either competitor of the match. They're showing a recap of last Friday when Bray Wyatt, the Fiend, attacked Alexa Bliss. It looks like Braun Strowman will be on Raw this week, on SmackDown this week. Is he going to confront the Fiend? We have Asuka in the ring being interviewed by Charlie. They are showing a clip back of last week during the Asuka Sasha match when Bayley attacks Kairi Sane in the back to get Asuka's attention. Asuka to run out of the ring and be counted out, which is why Sasha is the women's tag team Raw champion. So as you know, or may not know, Kairi Sane went back to Japan, which is why ever going to come back, or if she's back in Japan for good. I don't know if it has to do with the whole immigration thing or what have you. I don't know what her citizenship is. Hello, Captain Jerk. Welcome. So we are still on that clip from last week, the match and the attack on Kairi Sane. And apparently Asuka is going to be interviewed after this clip plays to talk about maybe an update on Kairi Sane. They're showing the ref counting last week and how Sasha Banks won the title. All right. So they're still on the clip from last week. I don't know why they're showing the whole entire thing, but they are. Apparently, they have to waste some time because they are literally showing the whole entire clip. Asuka was out back checking on Kairi. They showed Sasha being given the belt. Bayley's coming down to the ring. And apparently they're going to show their little celebration that they had afterwards. Captain, what's up? How are ya? All right. So they're kind of pushing home that Sasha and Bayley have all of the women's titles. All right. So Asuka says Kairi will be okay, but right now she's not here. She says that she wants a rematch against Sasha Banks. All right, so we have Shayna Baszler, who's still in the ring. She says she wants Asuka to win the title back. She will be rooting for her. And now we have Sasha and Bayley coming back out. Sasha says the title is hers. Sasha's kind of giving Asuka the same stipulation that Bayley gave her. And I believe Sasha Banks just gave Bayley a taste of her own medicine. She told Asuka that if Asuka can beat Bayley next week, she will get her rematch at SummerSlam. Nice, Gary. And they just spoiled it. I'm sorry to hear that. Thank you, Mike. Peace out. I appreciate you stopping in and hitting the like button. All right. So apparently we have a tag team title match later with Angel Garza and Didiro Garza and Andrade and Jealous Vega. She's jealous of a little girl that Angel Garza had in the back. So apparently, here we go again with this WWE Underground. I'm not really sure what this is or where it's going to go to. I don't recognize any of these people. They have girls, guys dancing. So yeah, definitely tonight at 10, Raw Underground. I'm still not sure what that means. But they did say that we would be having Garza and Andrade against the Street Profits. I believe on one-on-one matches, they said. So I'm not really sure where this whole WWE Underground thing is coming from. I don't know if they are going to stop Raw early and have the rest of Raw this thing, or if it's some type of setup. Is it a wrestler making his debut? I'm really not sure. But we will find out, I suppose. And in the time being, we are on another commercial break. It was Dreams that said damn commercials, and she was right. And we will take this little break to see how everyone is doing, how your night's going. Hopefully everybody is doing well, and hopefully our friend Ben is going to get better, and his brother is going to get better, and Susan is going to get better. Gary, I don't know where they get these names from. Your guess is as good as mine. I mean, I'm assuming this is something to try and help Raw ratings. I know their ratings have been really low since the whole virus thing because of the no fans in the arena. But I can't imagine where they're going with this. Your guess is as good as mine. So yeah. All right. So, like I was saying earlier, we really haven't seen anything going on with the electricity or the audio. So maybe it does have something to do with the WWE Underground thing. Maybe that's why that guy was standing outside of that door. Maybe that's what led to the WWE Underground. Like I said, there was something kind of underneath the word Raw that you couldn't really make out. All right. So, yes, prayers for Ben and his brother. Thank you, Gary. See, Gary, I don't know. A Undertaker appreciation match. I would absolutely love if it was the Undertaker. You know, he's one of my favorites, or my favorite. So So I would love for it to be him. I am just trying not to hold my hopes too high that it's him. I had said that I thought maybe I had been hearing rumors of a new Kane debuting. I thought maybe it was for that, but it may not be. It may be for something else. It may be for The Undertaker. And I have a visitor. The Big Show has joined me in my bedroom on my computer. They are showing some announcements for this week on NXT. And we are about to go back to the show. And it's this WWE Underground thing. Shane McMahon's on the ring. They got one guy in the ring. All right, so he's welcoming people to Raw Underground. I'm kind of confused, guys. All right, so we got some big old dude. I'm not really sure who he is. Facing a smaller dude. Yes, like Dream said, the ring they're in is ropeless. They do have the poles at some of the corners, but there are no ropes, and the big guy is beating the holy hell out of the little guy. It almost looks like it's supposed to be some type of a mix between wrestling and MMA. We got some other guy climbing in the ring like he's a big, strong guy going to take on this big guy. I don't see it happening. He's kind of half his size. Like I said, I don't recognize any of these guys. And that was a big-ass belly to back. And he's now elbowing him in the head. Like I said, it almost seems like it's a mix of the two, MMA and WWE. And now this big guy is your winner of the two matches. Yeah, Dreams, it does. It has a very eerie feeling of a independent wrestling feel, because it's basically looks like it's in a basement or the backstage area of where Raw is taped. And I'm assuming that was it, that one match. Is this Shane McMahon's way of trying to save the ratings of Raw? Is it his way of trying to make his appearance bigger? And now we are going into the Street Profits versus Garza and Andrade. I thought they said that it was singles matches. I could be wrong. I believe that the Street Profits do owe Andrade and Garza a tag team title match. I assumed that would be at WrestleMania. So I think this is a singles match, but they introduced them as a team. They didn't do their usual introducing this one being accompanied by the ring by this one. So I'm not really sure if it's two singles matches or if it's a tag team match or what it is. So they are announcing that the tag team match is at WrestleMania for the titles. So I'm assuming that, like I said, this is I don't know who's going to be up first. We have Montez Ford taking the microphone. Now they both have microphones. Hello, Fatty Lace Picola from Florida. Welcome. I appreciate you stopping by. We are watching Raw. We have the Street Profits in the ring. They are going to be, I guess, taking on Andrade and Garza. I believe it's supposed to be singles matches in lieu of leading up to their tag team title match with Andrade and Garza at SummerSlam. And right now they're just talking on the mics. And all right, so let's see who's going to be up first. They're still talking. It's a possibility, Gary, especially if they don't get Vince McMahon out of the creative. He needs to be on the business side of it, and that's it. He needs to be out of the creative simply because I think he is everything that's wrong with the way Raw is today. He's a brilliant businessman, but he is not, in my opinion, creative anymore. He has writers for a reason. He needs to let the writers do their job. And now we have Angel Garza coming out. He does have Andrade with him. So I'm assuming it's Angel Garza going against one of them, with Andrade and Zelina Vega at ringside. It looks like it may be maybe Montez. I'm not really sure. Correct, Captain. People have been saying that for years, and they keep coming out with, they revamp themselves every few years, which is good. I think Vince needs to give creative control over to someone else. No Dreams, the pandemic did not help. Not having, same thing with sports, not having people in the arena definitely hurt them. I think they lost a lot of viewership during this. I do give them credit for keeping up with the televised events, even if they did have to kind of play it by ear. So we have Angel Garza versus Dawkins. And Dawkins is in complete. Yeah, Dreams, they do make money other ways. They did just sign really big contracts with guaranteed amounts. Last year, they signed it with Saudi Arabia. This year, they have another, I believe they signed contracts with the networks they play on for a set amount. I know the networks are not very happy about their ratings. And so I think WWE is kind of trying to do what they can to kind of pick their ratings up. Captain, my gram got me into wrestling in 1968. I quit watching in 2014 because Creative Control was coming up with new names for old matches and lesser wrestlers. Yes, Gary. It's definitely not the same as it was. Wrestling was a much better, entertaining product to watch 10 years ago, even not even that long. I definitely think they have a lot of wrestlers they don't use as they should. There are a lot of high-flying, exciting wrestlers that have a lot of talent that are sitting by the wayside, which I don't agree with. I think they kind of still lean towards the bigger muscular person, which I think that has a lot to do with Vince McMahon. He has kind of always done that. If you think back, there's always been a lot of bigger muscular wrestlers than there were high flyers. The high flyers were kind of held down a little bit, like Owen Hart, Rey Mysterio for years. Yes, he was champion, but he never really, he was never a mainline guy for that long. Yeah, Gary, that's the thing. Like, they always have been a step above the competition. They definitely are better than what else is out there. Yeah, AEW is okay. I have watched it from time to time. I thought it was really good in the beginning. I have kind of lost track of it. I do want to go back and watch some of the episodes that I did miss. Right, Gary. I think they should involve their lighter weights more now, because that's kind of where the whole athletic thing is going, is towards the faster, more. I mean, even in my videos, I find the matches that like Lucha House Party's in, I find those more exciting to edit because there's a lot more action in it. There's a lot more oh my god moves in it, and I get not every match can be like that, but I also think that there's a lot of people like Ricochet and Alexander that they don't use as much as they should. Those guys are great athletic people. And like Garza and Andrade, they're pretty good. But I think it could be a nice mixture. Yeah, Dreams, I don't know. Really not sure what's going on with Roman Reigns. I don't think right now he's going anywhere, simply because of the pandemic. I don't see him exposing himself in either WWE or AEW. I think he could be contemplating on it, but with his family heritage history, mostly in WWF, I find it hard to think that he will go to AEW. So now Dawkins is being distracted because Montez Ford got hit and is on the ringside. He just got a big kick from Garza, and Garza just gave him a knee to the head, and Garza has won the match by, I'm not really sure if Ford got hit by accident or if Garza intentionally hit him. Gary, I'm not really sure. I know they have a lot more of a mid card than they used to. Oh, definitely Fedelicis. At heart, I am a huge wrestling fan. I always have been. I've been watching it since I was about 5 years old. No matter what, I'll always watch it. I There are just things that I don't agree with. There are people that they use that I don't agree with. There are people that they don't use that I don't agree with. But yeah, I've been with them through the ups and the downs, and you're right. It's given me something to look forward to when I've had a really bad day. I have the fact of knowing that I'm going to be watching wrestling that night. That kind of picks up your spirits. As silly as some other people might find it, some people have hockey, some people have baseball. I like wrestling and I like football. And those are the two things that I look forward to every week. But I agree with you. It's definitely not perfect. I may not like all of it, but it keeps you watching. You know, it always intrigues you. Yeah, Gary. The commentators were definitely more energetic and more colorful back in the day. I don't know how true it is because obviously I don't know anyone personally that works in the WWE, but I'm told that nowadays they're told what to say. They're basically given a script and they basically have either Triple H or Vince McMahon in their headsets telling them, like, kind of guiding where their conversations will go. The King and Jim Ross, yes. Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby Heenan. I will always love the way Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby Heenan would fight. Gorilla Monsoon would pick on Bobby Heenan and throw him out of the arena and never really put up with this crap. I'm surprised that as commentators, they never had a match. I know way back in the day that as wrestlers, I believe they did, but as commentators, I don't think they did. But it was great to see the dysfunction of a team that still, even through the dysfunction, was able to work together and get a good product out. Today there's always been a heel commentator, and I think you kind of lack that today. They try to be a heel, but at the same time they're not as heelish as they used to be. So now we have Montavia Ford versus Andrade. So as you know, Garza won the match against Dodson, and now there's this match. They're kind of going back and forth with some beer hug type of moves, kind of grappling in the middle of the ring. And now Garza, Andrade's kind of getting the upper hand, but Montavia Yeah, I really wasn't into JBL either. I think he was too egotistical. I've heard that he was like that in real life. Also, I don't know if that's true. But Michael Cole did have some um, some potential back in the day when he was commentating with Jerry Lawler. Um, Graves tries, but I don't see Graves as a heel. I see Graves more as the good announcer. There are times when he's actually, no, I'm thinking of the wrong person. So you're right. Graves does have a potential. He's kind of almost like a Bobby Heenan or Jerry Lawler, where he's kind of checking out um, the women and picking on the faces of the wrestlers. Well, Fabulous says you're more than welcome to join me on my Wednesdays or even just commenting on my channel. We do have a lot of fun on my regular live streams. Like I said, this is something new that we're trying, but we do have fun on my live streams, and I look forward to seeing you there on Wednesday. And you can kind of join in our uh, shenanigans, we call it. You never know what's going to end up coming up. It's usually always about wrestling. Sometimes it's new wrestling. Usually we end up on old wrestling topic, but you never know. Sometimes it's a mix. It's fantasy. We make up our own fantasy matches. It's a lot of fun. A lot of good spirited people that like or have liked wrestling in the past. They're not always current fans, but they liked it at one point. So I hope you enjoy what you see and come back on Wednesday and you can maybe see a whole new side of it. Like I said, we're kind of misfits that all fit together. And someone said it earlier. He's been coming to my channel for a couple of months now, and he said, I checked out a curious channel the first time I came on your stream, and I got hooked. And he had said he had only come on because of the title of my channel, and ended up falling in love. So hopefully you're the same. WCW was great. As a matter of fact, we were just talking last week about how we wished when WCW was bought out by WWF, if when WCW got bought out by WWE, if we could have saw The Undertaker versus Sting as like the face of WWF and then the face of WCW in Sting. They were both known as the consciences of their organization. So I think it would have been great if we could have saw that. Thank you, Dreams. I'm glad you like it. And that was the whole point of me doing it, just to try something different to see if people liked it. And we have Montez Ford trying to jack himself up and wasn't really able to. They just stopped the match saying that he could not finish. If you remember, during Dodson's match, he kind of got pushed into the announcer's table and did hit his head. So he has collapsed in the ring and kind of looks like he's like unresponsive. But so I don't know what's going on with that. We have someone, I'm not sure who yet, And it looks like it's Bobby. Yep, Buddy Murphy is watching a recap of what he did to Aleister Black last week, and Seth Rollins is with him. They are in the backstage area. And we were actually talking about that last week. We're not really sure what happened with Austin Theory. Someone said something about he supposedly got hurt. I don't remember hearing too much about him getting hurt, so I don't know if I know there was some talk of him being involved in the whole hashtag speak up movement. So I don't know if it has something to do with that, if maybe he being involved with that has kind of made them take him off of TV for a while. I know they did let some wrestlers go because of that, but I'm not really sure which, like if the injury angle is to explain him being off because of the whole hashtag speak up angle. So yeah, they really haven't said what happened to him. Sting versus young Bob Backlund would have been a good one. Yes, that would have been a really good one. So tomorrow night, SummerSlam 1992 is going to be on at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on FS1. For those of you that are interested. And we are back on a commercial. And yeah. So, yes, Dream. Seth Rollins has been dressing in a suit. He is in a different character type. A little bit less than he has been accompanying Buddy Murphy to the ring. He had Austin Theory teaming with Buddy Murphy for a little bit till Austin Theory disappeared. Jesse Ventura versus Roman Reigns. That would have been an awesome match, Gary, with Jesse Ventura in his prime and Roman Reigns now. That would have been a very, very good match. I see Dreams. So, guys, Dreams gets turned on by men in suits. Yeah. Sometimes me too. It depends. It depends on the type of suit, the type of body. I don't like men who wear suits that are 5 times too big for them. But if it's a nice tailored suit, that would be good. And we have a Bagel Bites with unicorns on their commercial. Gary can't wear suits anymore. So Dreams, get that out of your head. You will not see Gary in a suit. It's kind of funny. I was thinking the other, right? Dreams, darn. Old wrestlers that we could kind of pair together for matches. And I don't know if we could top the Undertaker versus the Sting. That's always been a dream match, I think, for a lot of wrestling fans. I do not think it's a match we will ever get the pleasure of seeing, but it definitely is a match that I think at one point in time every wrestler fan has wanted to see. I guess we still have the fantasy game, the Raw 2K or whatever it is now, to have the two of them go against each other. It's not the same, but I think that is the best we will get. Undertaker versus Big John Studd. That would be good. That definitely would be good. Or what about the Brothers of Destruction versus Studd and Andre the Giant? Ooh. Ooh. I'm still listening, putting and they're showing the girls again, guys. So now's your time to turn to the TV. And now we are in a match again. I don't know who is who. But once again, they have a really big guy kind of pounding the crap out of a smaller guy. That almost looks like Eric from. Oh, I think that is Eric from the Viking Raiders. Just beating the holy hell out of a guy. I'm not too sure. He's even doing the knee to the face and screaming. Yes, that dude did just get knocked out. Yes, he did. I don't know who that is. He does not look familiar, but Eric from the Viking Raiders obviously has won the match because he just knocked that dude clear the hell out. I don't see anyone jumping in the ring to challenge Eric. We are back to regular Raw. I know what do you think about it? All right, so they're kind of showing what happened with Montez Ford when he kind of just passed out in the ring. And they're showing how they were telling him to squeeze their hands. He really wasn't. We're outside of the trainer room with Charlie, and Angel Garza comes up. And he's kind of sweet talking Charlie again, giving her a rose. And now we have Zelina Vega coming in, who we all know does not like him talking to other women, even though they're not an item. But maybe it's a distraction. Yeah, Gary, I'm surprised that he doesn't. Oh. So we got the EST of WWE who just came out of Ford's room, and she's talking trash to Zelina Vega. And she just admitted that she's married to Montez Ford. She's blaming Vega for the injury to Montez. Yes, Gary, there is going to be a cat fight. And she just flat out attacked Zelina Vega. And Zelina Vega is being the little tiny white wildcat that she is. And yeah, so we had a little bit of a cat fight there. So I'm not really sure. I don't know where Joseph went. Oh, Jesus. So they're showing the ninjas blowing up, or is it ninjas? It looks like it's the ninjas, but at the same time, it looks like it might be rioters blowing up the power box on the outside. Yeah, Piccola, I'm not really sure what this underground thing is. I don't know if they're going to make it a regular thing. I have no idea why they're pulling away from the real show to go to this. Is it supposed to be a regular part of Raw? Or is it, I really haven't heard anything about it. So yeah. So apparently we may have all been wrong about the lights going out and the audio going out. It may not have been anything supernatural from the get-go. It may have just been these rioters or ninjas blowing up the power thing. Yes, Gary, that is the one thing that Vince is good at, is mimicking what's going on in the real world. Yeah, Piccola, I'm assuming it's a filler. I know that because they have had some wrestlers test positive, they're trying to deal with that, where they, week after week, they have the same guys that are the only ones that can wrestle. I'm sorry, the same people that are the only ones that can wrestle. So I'm not sure if this is just a filler in tactic or if they're trying something new and is going to be a regular part of the show. Maybe they're going to see what happens with tonight's ratings. Where they didn't announce it, I don't know how they can expect tonight's ratings to be affected by it unless someone saw it. Right, Gary. And like I said, I know that they have wrestlers that have tested positive, so they have more people like Daniel Bryan, who had a pregnant wife and hasn't been on Raw because he has a pregnant wife that just gave birth. So they're dwindling down their roster. They have other wrestlers who have travel restrictions because they live in other countries like Canada. So they're not allowed to travel back into the US. So they have that restriction. They have the wrestlers that live in the UK and maybe went home to visit and now can't come back. So they're definitely trying their best to deal with all of the problems that they're having, whether or not they're doing it to our likings. Yeah, Piccola, that is wild. That they did have their babies a day in apart from each other. They were 2 weeks apart. And as far as I know, they were both natural births. Neither one of them were C-sections or induced or anything like that. Maybe their babies have that mental connection too. So, Dreams, here's some more men in suits for you, and I have a kitty for you, Dreams. Say hi, Dreams. Hi, Dreams. He hates when I hold him up. He could come up here and snuggle with the camera all he wants, but the second I hold him up, he's like, "What the hell are you doing, woman?" So we have more men in suits for your dreams. We have MVP. We have Bobby Lashley. And we have between Brie and Nikki's babies, I see future tag team champs there. It's a possibility. It is a possibility. They did both have boys. Maybe that he's being sabotaged because of the ninjas, and that's why he lost his match, and that's why Benjamin Shelton lost his match. So yes, Charlie did just say that it was because of rioters. So the way they were dressed, I really wasn't sure if they were supposed to be ninjas or rioters. But apparently they were rioters. The baby Roman Reigns and the baby Seth Rollins will face baby Bellas in 20 years. Probably, Piccola, probably. Especially with the Roman Reigns, because as we know, his whole entire family's involved in wrestling, have been for years. So yeah, we will be seeing fourth, third, and second generation wrestlers coming up, with all our current wrestlers having babies. So they are talking about Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens next week on Raw. I'm assuming that has something to do with the talk that Ric Flair had with Kevin Owens earlier tonight. And right now they are talking about, they have Seth Rollins. They're playing a little bit of a recap. I'm assuming this is where Seth Rollins is going to answer the challenge of Dominik Mysterio. All right, Gary, thank you so much for coming and hanging out. I appreciate it. I'm glad, I hope you had fun. And I will see you Wednesday, my friend. And yeah, have a good night, Gary. Thank you for hanging. All right, so they're just kind of showing recaps of Seth Rollins and Rey Mysterio and all that. Hugs, Gary. Thank you. So we know Dominik issued a challenge to Seth Rollins for a match at SummerSlam. I'm assuming that Seth Rollins will accept. I'm not 100%. Maybe it's Seth Rollins says he'll accept if he wins, Dominik joins him. I could see that happening. I could see this becoming a feud to kind of phase out Rey Mysterio and bring Dominik in to wrestling. As we know, Dominik is supposed to be signing a contract with WWE, or has already signed a contract with WWE and has been training. Rey Mysterio wants to retire and has only stayed this long because of Dominik, for Dominik to get a spot. So apparently that has happened. So maybe Rey Mysterio losing the eye is his way of retiring and bringing in Dominik to avenge his father. So we will have to wait for SummerSlam, because I'm sure Seth Rollins is going to accept. But I'm sure, knowing Seth Rollins, there will be a stipulation. We will have to wait and see what that stipulation is. But so now they're showing another recap of Extreme Rules, the horror show, the Eye for an Eye match, where Rey Mysterio supposedly lost his eye and came up with orbital something or other, which I've never heard of, by the way. So we are doing recaps of that. So they did the feud. Now there's recaps of Extreme Rules. And so yeah. Soon we are going to have Seth Rollins come out to the ring and answer Dominic's challenge. But I'm not really sure what his stipulation will be. I can pretty much guarantee there will be a stipulation because it's Seth Rollins, and that's what Seth Rollins does. But, so yeah, they're showing the end of the Seth Rollins Rey Mysterio match when Rey supposedly lost his eye. They showed Seth getting sick at ringside, and now they have a recap of Seth and Dominic in the ring where Dominic attacks Seth, and then both Buddy Murphy and Seth attack Dominic back. This is when Aleister Black comes out to save Dominic and ends up being attacked himself and hurt. I'm not really sure what's going on with Aleister Black either. I know they supposedly hurt his arm and then they put his eye into the stairs. I'm not really sure, Piccolo. What I don't understand is why did they start to give Aleister Black a push if they knew that for whatever reason he was going to be going off TV for a certain amount of time, whether it be he had something personal going on or if there was some type of injury that he had to deal with. Why give him the push? Why involve him in that storyline just to stop it and have it kind of to the wayside? I can only assume that at SummerSlam, Aleister Black will come back to help Dominic in the SummerSlam match, but I'm not 100% sure that's just what I could see happening. So now we have Seth and Buddy coming down to the ring. So I am assuming that this is when he answers Dominic's challenge. And I'm really kind of upset that the whole lights going out thing was nothing paranormal. It was not Kane returning. It was not The Undertaker returning. It was just some supposed rioters in the back, unless it was a setup, maybe by Shane McMahon. And we'll find out next week who they were and what they were doing over there. And because they're not going to show them throwing rocks into the power thing without some type of further follow-up, or at least I hope not. But I truly thought it was some big debut or some big return that was going to happen, and they kind of took that away from us. Although, thinking about it, I know he was on SmackDown. Maybe it has something to do with the Stalker, because the Stalker wore the hood. Maybe it has something to do with the Stalker. Maybe the rioters were part of the Stalker story, and maybe the Stalker is coming to Raw. I just thought of that. All right, so we have Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy in the ring. And And Seth Rollins is diverting his attention to Tom Phillips, the ring announcer, or the commentator. He wants to ask Tom Phillips some questions. And he's asking Tom if he considers himself a professional and an unbiased journalist. And he's saying how he should try to do his job. So is he really going to come out with an attack on Tom Phillips? And he's talking about Tom Phillips cheering for Dominic when Dominic was attacking Seth with the kendo stick last week. Saying that Phillips is the voice of Monday Night Raw. So what he says matters. Says it's Tom's job to call it down the middle. He says by cheering for Dominic, Tom is creating bias. Samoa Joe looks kind of annoyed with this whole thing. Seth is saying it's time to find a new voice for Monday Night Raw. I'm assuming that Samoa Joe, yeah. All right, so Samoa Joe just stood up to defend Tom Phillips. He's telling the both of them to get back into the ring. And he tells Seth Rollins that Tom laughing and yelling last week was nothing compared to what Samoa Joe was doing. Seth is telling him he doesn't want to do this. Oh. And I think Samoa Joe is taking off the headset and saying, yes, I do. All right. So we know that Samoa Joe has been against Seth Rollins from the beginning of this whole Monday Night Messiah thing. So let's see. Are we going to see Dominic pair with Samoa Joe? Maybe. All right. And of course, they went to a commercial. Yes, exactly, Picola. Samoa Joe did take up with Kevin Owens to go against Seth over the winter. And he did always say that if Seth Rollins was not controlled, that he would be uncontrollable. And every time he got a follower, Samoa Joe would say, I told you this was going to happen. Somebody needs to stand up to him. So let's see what happens. Because we know that the last time Samoa Joe kind of stepped in. He kind of went off TV for a while. He was supposed to return to ring and then came back as commentator. So is this something else that's going to happen? Is he going to go out again? All right. So as you know, we are at a commercial right now. And my computer is moving because I'm scratching the Tilly's bum. For those of you that don't know, this is what happens. I have a 70-pound pit bull that tends to want my attention when I'm live streaming and hits my desk and my chair with her butt to try to get me to pet her butt. And when she does this, my whole camera shakes from it because, like I said, she's a 70-pound pit bull. So yeah, that is what you are seeing. If you are seeing my camera shake, that is why. For those of you that do not know about the Doris Wrestling Fanatics household, yeah, there's a couple of videos of the Tilly, so you can go and see what the Tilly looks like, and you will know what I'm talking about. And it's usually because normally by this time, Tilly has already been out and is in bed cuddled up. And she's not tonight because I'm not yet. But it's a little change in her routine, but she'll deal with it. All right, we have another commercial for NXT. For Wednesday. More commercials. We have a Fiend advertisement for SmackDown. For those of you that missed it, he attacked Alexa Bliss last week on SmackDown. I'm assuming to bring Braun Strowman out of wherever he is. All right, so now we are back. We have Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy in the ring with steel chairs. Samoa Joe's on the outside of the ring, telling them to drop the chairs, and he's not going to wait for them to drop the chairs. He is starting to climb the stairs, and here comes Dominic Mysterio with a kendo stick, and he's whooping their asses with the kendo stick. And I don't understand why Samoa Joe went back and sat down instead of helping Dominic. But yeah, Samoa Joe went and sat down, and Dominic seems to be doing very good on his own, but I'm sure it would help if he had Samoa Joe to help him. And he's going to do the 619, and he does the 619 on Seth Rollins. Yes, he did the 619 on Seth Rollins. And now he's going to fly off the top rope and takes out both Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy on the outside of the ring. And now he's in the ring and with the steel chair, and they on the outside of the ring. So P-Cola, this is the first time I've actually watched a live event during my stream. It seemed like pretty much everybody liked it. So on Wednesday, yes, I probably will be watching the product, and you're more than welcome to join us. So Seth Rollins just accepted Dominic Mysterio's challenge for SummerSlam. So yes, Piccola, I think I am going to do another live stream on Wednesday for NXT. I hope you will join us again. I hope you enjoyed yourself tonight. And I appreciate feedback, participation, things like that. Normally on Wednesdays, I do have people on panel. But like I said, this is watching the show with live streaming is new. So I don't know if I'll make changes to that on Wednesday or if we'll do it like this. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Picola. Like I said, I just wanted to see how it would go, and seeing how everybody liked it. Maybe I will keep it going. And we're back on the WWE Underground. One of these guys almost looks like Dolph Ziggler. I'm not really sure who he's going against. And he's throwing some elbows, and the guy taps out. So Dolph Ziggler just showed a little bit of his mean side. Lashley, MVP, and Shelton Benjamin just showed up. And MVP is claiming that they are taking over Raw Underground. All right. I believe that Bobby Lashley is going to challenge someone on WWE Underground. I'm not really sure who this jabroni is, but he basically just got power slammed and knocked the hell out in one hit. So, yeah, that was the first Bobby Lashley match for the WWE Underground. I'm not really I don't know if MVP is now going to make a challenge. He's taking his suit jacket off, and he's asking who's going to step up. And they found some small dude that is on the outside of the ring. Now Bobby Lashley is picking him up by his head. He's like half the size of MVP. MVP isn't that big, and MVP's beating the crap out of him. So, yeah, I don't know if this is going to, like I said, I don't know if this Raw Underground is going to be a new thing. So now Shelton Benjamin, and there's a dude with some braids that seems to be about the same size as Shelton Benjamin, maybe a little bit taller. And Shelton Benjamin just unbelievably power slammed him down and is now kneeing him in the gut and punching him. I don't know what I think about this. I would love to hear what you guys think on Wednesday on the live stream, what you thought about this. I am assuming that this is the end of it. Each one of them got beat up somebody, and now they're beating up the people that are on the outside of the ring. I don't know where this is supposed to go. What do you guys think? Where do you think it's going to go? I think it's kind of silly. It started out as interesting, what are they going to do with this? And now they just kind of, in a way, turned it into a stupid. And now we still have Shane McMahon there. I don't know if Shane McMahon is going to make a rehash of the Authority with these three, but we will have to see where that goes. Yeah, they're just kind of showing recaps of the beatdowns, and I'm not really sure where this is going to go, people. But I believe that is the end of Raw. Like I said, join me on Wednesday, and we'll try to start the live stream a little bit early before NXT, and we can kind of talk about the ending of Raw with this Underground and see what you guys thought. All right. I appreciate you all hanging out. I appreciate the support. And like I said, I will see you guys on Wednesday. Lots of love, lots of kisses and prayers to those not feeling well. And I will see you guys Wednesday. Thank you so much. Like always, Joseph. Raw just ended. I'm ending my stream, Joseph. Joseph, really? Where the hell did you go, Joseph? CP Cola, this is what we have to deal with. This is what I mean by misfits. Joseph, we're ending the stream. I will see you on Wednesday. Even if you're late, show up. All right. I will talk to you guys later. Fiery Skulls, man. Thank you for popping in. I'm glad you saw Los Luchas. And I will hopefully see you all on Wednesday. Same bat time, same bat channel. And we will watch Raw NXT together, and we will talk about Raw. All right. Thank you so much. And I will talk to you guys later. Love yous all. Peace out. Bye.